Hello, everyone. Briximus Prime back at it again for another Transformers live stream unboxing. Yeah. Also wanted to provide some channel updates. Also, while I'm at it, since we're kind of back at doing these like normal, I guess one of the normal things I'll do is show off comic books that I got because that's something that I apparently do. It's in the storage bin right now, but I did get the newest issue of the Skybound Transformers. I'm completely caught up on all the Skybound stuff. I did also pick up. Marvel's doing this new monthly thing called Marvel Must-Haves, where it's like a compilation of like multiple comics rolled together into one, and it's like a free issue they do every month. So this was the one that was free for March, and then I have the free issue for April as well. And then I also picked up the first issue of a new Spawn series called Rat City. Rat City is pretty much like Cyberpunk 2077, Spider-Man 2099 version of like Spawn. So anyway, that's just some side stuff that I also got. Oh yeah, I also picked up the first issue of that Star Wars series, the Jango Fett one. And it's been an interesting read so far. But anyway, that's it for comic books. Let's see, channel updates. Pretty much it's just that I'm still currently enrolled in school right now, so I currently have finals coming up. It's finals week, like next week, or well, some classes are starting finals. Point is, I've got finals and stuff going on, so I'm supposed to be studying and doing homework, and so I might not be uploading as consistently as beforehand, so just letting you guys know, I'm probably going to be doing less and less content. That is until we kind of get into May. Once May kind of comes around, we're like mid-May, I'll be like really chugging out and pounding out as many reviews as possible. But for now, just letting you guys know, it's probably going to slow down just a little bit, which I personally don't like doing, but I'm going to have to. Also, what is the other thing I was going to say? I had a list of channel updates in my head, and now I should have typed them down, but now I cannot remember what it was. Oh, there is one. I've been wanting to go back and look at some older figures. Like there's some older figures that I've never taken a look at that I want to take a look at. Like, for example, I've never gone back and taken a look at Kingdom Beast Wars Megatron. I've never gone back and taken a look at, there's just some figures that I really love and have good opinions on that I want to share more about, but I feel like not everyone's going to watch them very much because they're older figures, but it is my channel, and I feel like I want to do what I want to do on the channel. Like another figure I've been wanting to take a look at again is the Ultimate Expanse figure, the crossover figure where it's like the X-Men crossover stuff. Been wanting to go back and relook at this guy because that X-Men 97 series just dropped on Disney Plus a little bit ago, the sequel to the 90s series, which this was inspired from. And so I thought, well, that might be a good way to go back and look at that figure. And I want to share more about that figure as well. Plus, I still have the packaging for it, so it works out. And then it's just a matter of me trying to catch up on stuff that I still haven't gotten around to reviewing yet. Like I've got some Legacy United stuff that needs to get reviewed. I've got some Studio Series that need to get reviewed. Some old Legacy Evolution stuff that still hasn't been reviewed yet. And so anyway, the channel update's pretty much just like I'm going to be uploading a little less, but I still have a lot that I still need to upload. So it's just for now, I'm kind of taking a bit of a hiatus just for school. I'll still be trying to post here and there. But for now, it's going to be a little sparse until we kind of get into May, and then I'm going to be like going really hard on it. So just bear with me on that. Anyway, let's just get right on into some of the stuff here. So before we get into the two boxes, I've got a box here from Big Bad Toy Store, and then I've also got another box here from Big Bad Toy Store. We'll be taking a look at both of those. But first, I just wanted to show this off really quick because it's something cool. I just went toy hunting earlier today, and I was not anticipating to actually find anything I wanted to buy, but it was the very last one at Target, and I decided to grab it. It's the Legacy United Voyager class Wheeljack. So I did manage to get the Target exclusive Wheeljack because I'm not sure if this guy's going to be really hard to find in the future. So as of right now, I'm just going to open this up right now because might as well, I guess. Yeah, I've been wanting to get this guy because I like the Origins Jazz and I like the Origins Bumblebee. So I thought to myself, well, I've got to get the Wheeljack. So might as well, even though I already have a Wheeljack that I'm pretty happy with, which is the I'm already happy with the Earthrise Deluxe Wheeljack, but I thought to myself, might as well grab this. I mean, I still like Wheeljack enough that I'm willing to get this figure because it's the Cybertron vehicles and such. Let's see, there's the blaster. Just pulling out his accessories first. Oh yeah, here's that blast shield thing, the big blue blast shield thingy, which has some hinges on there so it can go on him. Now let's get Wheeljack out of there. And yeah, this is one of those figures that I'm most likely going to keep him in vehicle mode when I have him displayed on the shelf because I'll have the Earthrise one in robot mode. But that being said, I still like these figures because, again, I have all the other ones, so it's like, might as well. Okay, did I get them all? Did I get all the twisty ties? His backpack is being a bit of a pain. Oh, are you kidding me? His backpack has one. All right, I think that should be it. Yeah, there we go. Now he's coming out. Come on, Wheeljack. There he is. I'll just get this garbage off me. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing pretty well so far. I haven't done a live stream unboxing in a while because I haven't been buying a whole lot. I've been trying to save my money lately, so I haven't been buying really anything, honestly. So I've just been... That's why there hasn't been a live stream unboxing in a little while, because I've just not been buying anything. I've been trying to save money and such, and so now that I'm kind of getting back into the... I'm kind of getting back into toy hunting and stuff again because I actually have money to do stuff now, and so this is why I was able to order stuff online and it came in the mail, and so and I'm doing toy hunts again, and so I just have more money now that I feel like I'm able to actually buy stuff, and so you'll probably be seeing more and more live stream unboxings more consistently again like they were before. It's just, again, with TFCon and all that stuff going on, there was that period where I wasn't really buying anything. But yeah, so now that we're finally kind of back into the loop of everything, you'll probably be seeing more toy hunts, more live stream unboxings, so on and so forth. That was the other thing I forgot to mention. So here's Wheeljack in robot mode. The backpack is a bit of an eyesore because it's just a giant plate. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I bought a new webcam. This is a new webcam that's right here. So it should probably not be going out of focus on me. So when I try to show stuff off up close, it should be having an easier time to focus on it, like so. And so it'll be a lot easier that way. Plus, also, it looks a lot better in my opinion because the other one also kept overblowing a lot of the light. It kept looking way too bright and vibrant, where now I'm not getting too overblown, maybe a little bit here in the face and such, but nowhere as bad as it was before. But yeah, so yeah, this is my first time handling the Wheeljack. He has wrist swivel. I did not know that. He has wrist swivel. Cool. And yeah, this guy does interact with the Origins Bumblebee, because the Bumblebee can go in the back. That's why this guy ended up being so big, because they wanted to do the gimmick where you can actually put Bumblebee in the back, which, in my opinion, is very unneeded, but it's whatever, I guess. But anyway, I want to try figuring out how to get this guy into vehicle mode, because I want to be able to put the blast shield and all the stuff on him, which, by the way, there's his blaster. And then he does come with those little fan things that went on the front of the car, which, again, we're going to show that off when I actually get him into that vehicle mode. This is a really interesting transformation. Wait, so does this go forward? Oh, that hinges forward, not backwards. Interesting. So this transformation step is really obvious. It just goes outward like that. what am I supposed to do with the chest? I'm trying to see if I can figure this out without having to refer to the instructions, but this guy seems a little more complicated than I thought. I might have to go and refer to the instructions. This bit is obvious, though. His wrists go into the forearms. Classic transformation bit where the hands just kind of go in. Also, shout out to anyone who is watching this not while it's actually live, like you're watching this like after the fact, after it's been live. I appreciate you guys always coming in and, you know, watching stuff even after it's live. And again, I don't mind if it's too long and you skip through stuff. I don't mind. But yeah, anyone who's listening to this, thanks for sticking around. How does this bit even work? Isn't this supposed to... Oh, figured it out. Interesting. Also, I mistransformed that bit. There I go again. There I go again, messing stuff up because I'm a dummy. Oh, interesting little bit right there. A little bit of transformation right there. That goes in there while this tabs into there. That's obvious that it's supposed to tab in like that, but why is it not resting in? Panels and panels and even more flipping panels. Holy shnikes. There are a lot of panels on this thing. Ooh, lot of panels. Did I miss a step? I feel like I'm missing a step here. I think I did miss a step. Gosh, dang it. I figured it out. Gosh. This thing isn't really aligning very well, which is kind of a problem. Oh, what the freak? This is one of the most interesting transformations I've ever seen. Just because it's like there's just so many panels and shiz that like it seems like it should be very, like, what's the word? Like it feels like it just shouldn't work or look good, but like I'm just amazed by just how much it's able to do with so many panels. Because usually transformations, when they're like this with so many panels, I've never really had good experiences with them. So it's just interesting to see this thing completely prove me wrong. But that being said, it is being a... It looks like that. Still doesn't look anything like it's supposed to yet. I think I'd be there by now. I think the other reason I'm now starting to realize, I think the other reason why this is starting to become a lot more complicated than I thought is because this is supposed to be hollow. This vehicle mode is supposed to be hollow on the inside because of the whole gimmick thing about the bumblebee being able to go inside of it. So it's like, I think that's also the problem here, is that they're accommodating for so much space where this could have easily been a deluxe class figure, and it could have been sold at a much cheaper price for a, like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, because they had to make the inside of this thing hollow, it's making the transformation a little frustrating and a little bit, like, it shouldn't be this complicated because there's so much hollow space inside this thing. Because they want to do that whole gimmick thing where the Bumblebee can actually go inside of the Wheeljack, you know, because of the cartoon and such. So it's like, it just feels so unnecessary. Also, this bit feels like it shouldn't even be here. Like, what? Why is this here? Why does this unfold the way it does? Oh, I see. It goes in right here. Okay. All right, figured that out. That definitely helped solidify some of this, so it's a little easier to transform. But yeah, like that's my main issue here is that like there is too much hollowness inside the vehicle mode. Like, yes, I get what we're trying to accomplish here, but like it's just so unnecessary in my opinion. I just don't really see that much of a value in it because I'd rather just get a Cybertronian Wheeljack that looks like it, not because it functions like it, but it's still a cool gimmick nonetheless. Like, it's still a cool Wheeljack and, you know, such a novel figure in a way because it's, like, based on that original G1 episode. Because this is the first character we ever saw in the G1 cartoon. Also, by the way, I really hope the white on this thing does not yellow because there is a lot of white plastic on this thing. So I really hope none of this yellows over time. Please, please, please let that be the case. But yeah, I seem to have figured it out. There's the Cybertronian Wheeljack box mode. It is very, very hollow on the inside. This is like very hollow. Like, just to put it in perspective, you can fit a core class in this. Like a core class figure can easily fit inside this vehicle or robot mode. Doesn't matter. Core class can fit easy inside this Wheeljack. Now, give me a second. I'm getting a call for something. Stupid insurance companies trying to call me. I don't need your stupid insurance. I already have insurance. So please leave me the F alone. Leave me alone. Please just leave me alone. Geez. How does this work? Trying to figure out how to put this blast shield thing on Wheeljack. How does this work? That's not how it goes. That's... I'm looking at the instructions. What the actual... Wait, what? Well, that's inconvenient. Son of a gun. This thing's misassembled out of the box. No wonder it wasn't freaking working. Son of a bee. This thing won't go back together again. Oh, freaking. Really trying not to ruin this plastic. There we go. Holy Nikes. Oh my gosh. There it is. There, it's supposed to look like that. Let that be known. This thing is misassembled out of the box. Please let that be known. I think the reason why it was packaged that other way is because it's supposed to be able to do the whole hover, hologram road gimmick thing, but that's not why. I'm trying to demonstrate the whole blast shield thing. There it is. So he's got the blast shield on, and then you can take the little fan bits and you can plug them in here on the front, because for some reason Wheeljack just conveniently had those in order to get through fire. So there he is. And then, of course, the blaster, you can just stick this wherever there's a 5mm peg or whatever, so you can just stick it right up there on the top, like that. So there you go. There's Origins Wheeljack. Anyway, now let's get into the boxes. Now, I cannot remember which is which. I know what the two items are, I just don't know which one is in which box. So I guess we'll just figure it out together, huh? Ah, it's this one. This isn't the one I wanted to open first. I wanted to open this one last, but I guess we might as well. I've already opened it now. Ugh. I was a little unsure about this figure at first. I'm still kind of unsure about it right now, to be completely honest. But part of me still wanted to get it because it looked very, very interesting, and it looks to be like a really interesting figure. So I'll just show it off. There's no need to tease anymore. But this is the Transformers Lunar Cruiser Optimus Prime. Like I said, I'm unsure if I'm actually going to like this or not, but I thought the same thing about the Volvo Optimus Prime. I was very unsure about it till I got it in person, and then the Volvo Optimus ended up being actually really fun and really good. So now I'm thinking the same thing about this figure as well. Plus, I think another thing that convinced me about this figure was the fact that it was some sort of backed, like a kind of like a HasLab in a way. Like it was a backed figure, but it was a Japan only. So I guess there was kind of an appeal in that. I'm assuming this thing comes in vehicle mode because the box seems a little small if it came in robot mode. Yeah, it's in vehicle mode. Thank goodness. Or else I would have been very let down by the size of this thing. So there's... It's a nice box, by the way. I'm surprised they didn't do that fancy black slip cover box on top of this where it says as sold in Japan or whatever. I'm surprised they didn't do that. Yeah, there's the full color instructions. Very nice. There's the Lunar Cruiser Optimus right there inside the plastic clamshell. Looks very, very clean. Holy. He does come with, the only accessories he comes with is this solar panel and a dish or something. Apparently there's two different versions of this figure. There's a version of this figure that you can get that, whoa. The solar panel looks really cool. There's two different versions of this figure you can buy. One of them comes with a masterpiece stand and the other one is just this. And then supposedly there's a third Japanese exclusive release where it has some extra accessories like guns and crap. But the thing is, the one that comes with the stand, they're literally charging $200 for it. And this one they're charging $70 for, which means the difference between this figure and the other one, the only difference is a masterpiece stand. Keep that in mind. The difference between this one and that one is only a stand, and yet the price difference is $130. So you're telling me a Transformers masterpiece stand from Takara Tomy costs $130? Yeah, no. I ain't paying that for a stand. Just give me the Lunar Cruiser Optimus, and that's it. That's all I want. That's all I need. Enough said. I missed another twisty tie, but it looks like I could get it out really easily even with it. Woo! Very, very weighty vehicle. Okay, I guess I'll just shove this back in the box. and then I'll keep this for later for when we review this thing. So there it is. It comes in its lunar cruiser mode. Very, very interesting. And here's the other thing. I don't really care for space exploration stuff all that much, and yet I still think this looks kind of cool. Like, it kind of reminds me of like a Star Trek, futuristic like Star Trek space vehicle thing. And it's even weirder because it's an officially licensed Toyota product. Also, it's not very obvious how this thing transforms because the kibble on the bottom is just the robot mode crotch, and so it's kind of hard to tell how this transforms exactly. Actually, not really, actually. I can kind of see it in here now. Also, it's got little antennas made of rubbery plastic, so you can guarantee that these aren't really going to break, so that's nice. But yeah, part of me wishes that this came with a... part of me wishes this came with at least an ion blaster or something. Also, this little dish came with it. Goes right here on the top, like that. Has that little dish. And then the satellite array, or the solar panel right here, I mean, this apparently can store on the bottom, and then it also can be placed on the side of the vehicle. Because apparently this vehicle is a solar-powered vehicle. And so that's why it has this. You can stick it right here on the side of the vehicle, so it's able to take in energy so it can power itself up. And then supposedly it can store somewhere on the figure. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. But how does it store? It's not important. It is not important right now. I'm more concerned about getting this into the robot mode because I really want to see what this looks like in robot mode. Hello there, Alex Lopez. But yeah, Lunar Cruiser Optimus Prime. Very, very interesting thing here, but it's the 40th anniversary of Transformers. I'm expecting all kinds of wacky and cool and crazy stuff this year, so who knows? Who knows what's next? But yeah, I do not know where to start with this. It's very, like, solidified. Like, it's a very solid vehicle mode. Everything, like, holds together very well. Ah, good place to start. The rear. There we go. There we go. And yes, it does look like it transforms like how I was kind of thinking. So hopefully this won't be too hard. So let's see. So this bit has to shift upwards and come down this way so that this bit can now hinge upward. Oh, cool. Autobot logo right there. Interesting. Very interesting. I say interesting because there's a Autobot logo right there on the inside of the thing, but it closes up and you never really see it. So the only time you ever see that Autobot logo is when you're like like transforming this. You never see that like outside of the figure. It's weird. I just think that's a little weird. Like, what the? Just a weird choice. So this bit is connected to here, and this bit is connected to here. So how does that work? Looks like this just folds up like that. All right. Yeah, this is a really weird thing. Like, this is even a little weirder. This is, or I guess it's not weirder, but this is like on par with like the PlayStation Optimus Prime. But I'm just going to have the camera lower so you can actually see me transforming. Also, very cool that this thing has opening hands. It's nice to see that on figures, especially more premium figures like this. Oh, I was not expecting that. The way how the wheels untab and shift downward. I was not expecting that. This bit like untabs and then it like slides downward. I was not anticipating that. Yeah, this whole bit just like whoosh, like folds down. I was not anticipating that. Whoa! Almost dropped him. Also, it's not an accessory to my knowledge, but he has. Well, actually, maybe it's an accessory. I don't think it is, but he has a matrix of leadership in there. There is one in there, but I don't think it's removable. From what I can see, it doesn't seem like a removable piece. It might just be a molded detail. Ah, finally, we can move this bit around now. There we go. Now the legs are out of the way, so we can get them all fully folded out. Now I can get the legs out of the way so they're not, cluttering up the rest of the transformation. So yeah, it looks like this guy's about the size of like a modern leader class, pretty much. How does this go then? Good, he's got ankle pivot. Very nice to have ankle pivot on a more premium figure, like mentioned before, with some other features. I'll figure out this bit in a second, just as long as those are out of the way. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I see the head sculpt in there. Looks really nice. But I need to figure out. There we go. The arms. Get those out of the way so the backpack can come back. Now the head can pop up. Yeah, very nice looking head sculpt. Especially with the premium looking paint. Like this guy's got the premium finish like Takara paint job as well. So that's also a big bonus on this figure. Again, especially for the price that is paid for this thing, it had better be nicer paint. And then, okay. So that dish that I showed off earlier, you can remove this and you can stick it right here on his shoulder in robot mode. Or if you don't choose to, you can still keep it back there. But pretty much he has these little smokestack bits that can accommodate for this little shield. Or you can pretend it's like a shield, I guess. But it's meant to be a little like satellite dish thing. Just an interesting detail that I noticed. And then, does the backpack literally just go like this? Or does it have anything else beyond that? I'll double check the instructions here in a second. I'm just trying to get the general look of this thing out there so I can kind of tell what this is supposed to look like. I just can't tell if this is how this is supposed to go. Yeah, I guess you could consider this a crossover figure in a way. These are supposed to go into here, aren't they? Aha! I figured this bit out. Very cool. So here, let me show this off really quick. So this wheel bit, this tire, it pops out, slides down, and then folds into the calf. And then it makes room for these other wheels to pop up and then tab in. Like, whoa. Like, very out of left field. Then again, this whole thing is kind of out of left field. So now what do I do next? I think all I have to do is just tab this together. And then I have to make sure this bit folds down and covers up the calf. I feel like there's an extra step here that I'm missing, but I'll figure it out here in a second. I'll check the instructions and make sure I've got this right. But based on what I've done, it looks like that's about it for Lunar Cruiser Optimus. Let's see, do I have a good comparison for him? No, I do not. I guess I'll just use this guy, the Reactivate Optimus Prime. This one's pretty much a Voyager size figure. So here he is compared next to that. It's like he has more mass. Here, let me try to get a little better. He has like a little more mass than this figure, but they weigh about the same. It's just this guy's got a lot more like panels and crap going on with him. So like just a really interesting product from Transformers. Like out of all the stuff that's come out from Transformers, this is not the weirdest thing, but it's still a weirder product. Huh. Yeah, let me just double check over the instructions and see if I have everything correct on the transformation. Also, the instructions are a booklet and not a fold-out thing, so that's actually really cool. Cool, there's like all this like artwork and such inside. Like there's all these like artwork and like behind the scenes stuff. It's like actually really cool. Obviously, I can't read any of it because it's in Japanese, except for the part that says Lunar Cruiser, Optimus, and Transformers. Oh, okay. So this thing can fold up and it can go inside the Lunar Cruiser, not under it. Okay. Yeah, I got that bit right. That bit right. It's cool that this is a booklet and not a fold-out piece of paper. Like that definitely shows this is a more premium item. Where's the bit that I was at? Yeah, so those fold up. Okay, so I did get that right on the legs. I did get the legs right. It looks like I've got it right. I've got everything right. So, also interesting thing about the satellite thing, he can hold it as a shield. You can just hold it. Such a fascinating product. What about the antenna? Does that literally just bend outward like that? Yeah, it does. That's interesting. That is just very bizarre. It's never seen anything done like that before. It's not a bad interesting, just interesting. Yeah, it looks like I've got everything right on him. Yeah, that's it. So bizarre. But yeah, it doesn't look like the matrix comes out in any way. There's no way to like even access it. So like to my knowledge, it's just a molded detail. Yeah, I think it's just a molded detail. They don't advertise anywhere in the instructions as it being a removable piece. So that's just it's just an interesting little Easter egg for Optimus Prime. Yeah, this bit just doesn't tab in very well. I feel like it's supposed to go in somewhere. Ah, there we go. Got it. So yeah, that is it. That is the Lunar Cruiser Optimus Prime all transformed. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I definitely need to review this because it's just so different and weird and bizarre, and it makes me actually like really like it a lot. And so I need to really take a look at this. So they keep advertising that you can just do this with the... You can do this with the solar panel where it's like they're on the side of his... They're on the side, and then you can take that satellite thing and put it on the other shoulder. The bits that they tab into just look like what sort of invokes the smokestacks, really. But yeah, very interesting Optimus. So yeah, that's that. We'll leave the rest of what I'm going to say about that figure to the actual review. And then we'll take a look at something also pretty relevant. This is the thing I originally wanted to open. I wanted to do the Lunar Cruiser Prime afterwards, but it's fine. All right, here's the other item. Friend of mine has already got this thing like super early back in March, but now I finally am getting one, so it's like kind of laughable how this thing got revealed by Hasbro, and yet some people already got it early. So I guess that kind of gives away what it is. He is bigger than I thought. This is the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Shockwave. Yes! Not the stupid little dinky core class one, so very happy I finally have Shockwave. Very, very happy. I'm getting him out of there right now because I absolutely love Shockwave, and this is a figure I've been looking forward to for way too long, so I'm getting him out of there right now. No lollygagging, no dilly-dally, whatever. It comes with a backdrop that's not very unique. Seen it many times before. Ooh! He's got the rubber cord. The cable for his blaster, his blaster arm. I didn't realize it was a separate piece in the box, so that's cool to see. So yeah, so there's the rubber cable for his blaster arm. And here is his blaster arm, the one in question. Just need to get it off of there. That feels really weird. What the? Oh, I see. That's for when he's in the other mode. So there's the cannon itself. And then let's get Shockwave out of there. He looks so good. Like, holy crap. He looks so good in person. Those promotional images do not do it justice, in my opinion. He looks so good in person. Like the transparent plastic here in the chest and the eye, and he's got light piping. Yes! So happy with this thing already, and I've barely even touched it. Oh, yes. One thing, though, that I am already upset with right from the get-go is there's no bicep swivel. Give my boy the bicep swivel. Like, at least he's fairly detailed and everything, but like, why can't I bicep swivel? I guess to make up for it, he does have this forearm swivel, which does kind of make up for it a little bit, but I would still, I don't know, I would still prefer that he had the extra articulation. Yeah, the eye looks amazing. It's the same kind of light piping they have in the Siege version, which catches light really easily. So really happy with that. He does have wrist swivel, thank goodness. At least he's got wrist swivel. If he doesn't have bicep swivel, you had better had given him some of that other stuff, some of the other articulation, like waist swivels and hips. Move out. The thick thighs go great. Knees are great. Articulation in the feet is pretty surfaceable. The ankle pivot though is pretty bad though. Articulation is the ankle pivot is practically non-existent. That's kind of cringe, but it's whatever, I guess. I'm still really happy with Shockwave. So to get this guy's gun arm on, I think all you have to do is just put his wrist in, and you take this, and you just have to stick it on his arm with this tab. Actually, wait, he had it on the other arm. I just realized he had it on the other arm. In the movie, he had it on the other arm, so let's do that instead. Because he goes, "Destroy the launch pad, let none escape," and he uses his left arm to point with the gun, so let's do that instead. But bam! That gets on there pretty securely, by the way. Though this bit still feels a little loose on him, but I mean, at least it snaps in, like it makes a satisfying clicking noise for when you know it's in. Now let's get that rubber cord on there. I'd assume it goes right there, and then this bit plugs in back there. There we are. Got the cord on, and there is Bumblebee movie Voyager class Shockwave. Yes. Very good. So yeah, don't have to deal with that stupid core class anymore. All I've got is this. Very happy with that. Very happy. Finally. The Shockwave I wanted from the get-go. Yeah, very nice, clear plastic here on his, his chest window thing. He's got the light piping that I'm satisfied with. The head sculpt looks good. Got some fairly nice painted details, and he's got a little bit of like some battle damage stuff on him, so that's also very nice. At least I appreciate the battle damage. And yeah. There he is. This guy will go very well with my other Bumblebee movie stuff, including Megatron. So, yes. Oh, boy. I still absolutely love this thing. This is like one of the best action figures of the year for me. So, yeah. Just a quick recap. Bumblebee movie Voyager Shockwave. We've got the Lunar Cruiser Optimus Prime. And then we've got the Origins Wheeljack that I found in the toy hunt today. And yeah, and then those channel updates I mentioned before. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this live stream unboxing. So, like I said, more content coming later this month, and well, mostly into the next month. And yeah, new webcam, just all new stuff. I'm trying to still get as many reviews out as much as possible. I did want to tease at least what I'm going to do next. I'm debating right now. I'm debating between doing some of the stuff I have queued up is the core class Beast Machines Cheetor. I'll get that one kind of quickly done and out of the way because it's a core class. They're easy to kind of get done really quickly. I want to review the Ultimate Expanse, the X-Men crossover figure, because it's kind of recent again. I do want to review the Shockwave and Lunar Cruiser Prime and the Origins Wheeljack eventually, so that's kind of given. And then I also still need to review the Studio Series movie masterpiece Megatron. So I did the April Fool's joke not doing it, and then I still need to do the actual review. I've got some third-party stuff, some Legacy Evolution stuff. I still need to review some Gamer Edition, some other crossover stuff, and yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of behind, but I'll try to catch up as much as I can throughout May and June. And like I said, Kingdom Megatron, I've got that one over here. I've also got, I also need to review, I have some old Headmasters, and I've got some Autobots right there, some Legacy Evolution stuff from last year. Oh yeah, I was also, when I do Origins Wheeljack, I was going to review the Origins Bumblebee with him, as a double review or whatever. That was the plan with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yes, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate you guys coming on and watching. This has been Briximus Prime, and I'll definitely catch you guys next time.